Hey, eighth grade. I wanted to touch base super quick about the idea of transition words. Now, you guys might have used these in the past. You might actually use them and not even realize that you use them. But when you are writing, a good writer uses transition words. What we're going to do first, while you're watching this video, get out that writing notebook and write down this definition. A transition word, you know what? A transition word or phrase is something that you use in writing that connects ideas. Okay, something. I don't want that underlined. Something used in writing that connects ideas. So you will use this. You can use this in a sentence. So you could say something like, "I went to the store, but I forgot my wallet." That "but" there, that connects the ideas of going to the store and forgetting your wallet. You could use them at the beginning of paragraphs. So maybe you're trying to connect paragraphs where you first, "I did this," and you talk about all that experience. Then your next paragraph would be "then." So that transition word would keep your thing, your story moving forward. Okay. So it connects ideas and it also continues movement of your essay and continues movement and flow. Usually a transition word is followed by a comma. That is something that when you have a transition word or phrase, you are going to have a comma after it. If you put it at the beginning of a sentence, I always like to put them at the beginning of paragraphs, like I said, to connect those ideas, but you can also put them at the beginning of sentences to keep those paragraphs moving forward. Some good ones that you can use, share examples for what you're talking about. So what I have here, and this is going to be in Schoology in the writing folder, this is a piece of paper. It's a document called Great Transitions, and I love it because it breaks up how to use these transitions and where to use them. So again, it says up here, transitions are like bridges between your ideas. They help you move on from one idea to the next. So it breaks down different ways to use transitions, and it tells you which ones to use, which again, I love this thing. So maybe you're talking about how things are similar. So maybe you're writing an essay about three things that kind of relate, or maybe you're writing an essay about something that you're passionate about. You can kind of connect those ideas with these. So you would use things like additionally. That would be a great thing at the beginning of a paragraph when you're adding on to something. Put a comma there afterwards. Also, and a lot of you guys already use also, which is great. So if you go to put also in, switch it up, see what else you can put in there. You always, a lot of people always say first, second, third of all, thirdly. You could say to begin with, that would be a great start. Likewise, furthermore. So these are great ways to keep it going. You're adding things that kind of connect. The second section here is talking about how things are different from each other. So say you're comparing and contrasting. Maybe at some point you read a book and you watch a movie and you want to compare and contrast how they're similar and how they're different. So when you go to talk about how things are different, you could say like, however, people don't always agree with that. Or on the other hand, some people might say, in contrast. So again, you're going to have that either embedded in your sentences or at the beginning. It keeps the flow moving of your essay and of your writing. This next one is these are great because say you're on a topic and you really want to go further with an example. These are great ways to explain a little bit further. Okay, so you could do, for example, for instance, to illustrate, and then you put a comma specifically and put a comma after that. Showing cause and effect, like this happened, so this happened. So as a result is always a good one. These are good when you're like writing about like when you have events that occur. So these ones might be good there. And then to add emphasis, like if you talk about how something is like super important, you could say in fact, and then do a comma, or indeed, put a comma, or truly, or of course, clearly, right? You want to have these good words here, add a comma, and there's so many to choose from here, but there's so many more out there. So switch it up. Don't always stick to the same transition words, but the goal is as you write, if you're going to keep your writing moving forward and staying connected and flow well, you're going to become somebody who needs to have these in your writing. And this, like I said, is really going to help you focus and keep it moving forward. All right. As always, if you have questions, come see one of us. We're here. Thanks.